Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak says she feels safer with strangers than husband. Kim Zolciak has opened up about where she is finding peace and security amid her divorce from Kroy Biermann. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum recently rejoined the reality TV world on Surreal Life. Villa of Secrets. In a sneak peek, Kim spoke about how she feels safer with absolute strangers than she does with her estranged husband. Continue reading to see what else she said. In the July 23 premiere of Surreal Life, Villa of Secrets, Kim Zolciak could be seen screaming alongside her co-stars. Ally Brooke, Chet Hanks, Johnny Weir, Josie Canseco, Macy Gray, O.T. Genesis, and Tyler Posey all joined her in screaming as part of an exercise to let go. After the exercise is over, the RHOA alum admits to the other cast members, "I'm a f***ing basket case." Johnny Weir asked her if she really let it all go. Then Kim Zolciak opens up to the group. She says, "I protect everybody else. And I don't feel like anybody's really protecting me, from my parents to my husband." During a confessional, Kim tells the cameras, "As I'm breathing, I'm just crying and crying and crying. And I need this. I really do." The Don't Be Tardy star said that she was actually surprised that she allowed herself to be vulnerable in front of her fellow cast members. "I don't know how to let go, and then especially be that vulnerable in front of 7. I say strangers, but I feel safer with them than I do if I was to do that with Kroy," she admits. "That's sad." Kim went on to tell her co-stars that she felt safe there and not at home. She continued, "I've been a mom since 18, so you gotta stay strong." The RHOA alum has said that she felt like Surreal Life was a great opportunity for her. It allowed her to clear her head during her ugly divorce. "The Surreal Life was one of the most incredible experiences in my life," she told People. "My goal going on the show, which I've never watched an episode of in real life, and I intentionally didn't watch any when I decided to join the show because I didn't want to have any inhibitions, was that I needed some time away from the actual house to gain some clarity going through this divorce and focus more back on Kim." She has said that the process of joining the cast of Surreal Life was therapeutic for her. The show includes 8 celebrity participants who spent 2 weeks exploring their emotions before returning to their homes. Kim Zolciak, the once larger-than-life star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, has always been known for her outspoken nature and unapologetic demeanor. From flashing her luxury lifestyle to unfiltered comments, Kim never shied away from telling the world exactly how she felt. But recently, her revelations have taken a darker and more personal turn, one that has her fans, friends, and even family members concerned. In a surprising and emotional interview, Kim admitted that she feels safer with strangers than she does with her husband, Kroy Biermann. It's a shocking confession, especially considering how Kim and Kroy's relationship once seemed like the very definition of romance. Their whirlwind love story began with a chance meeting at a charity event in 2010, and from there, their relationship blossomed quickly. Kroy, then a star player for the Atlanta Falcons, swept Kim off her feet with a proposal, and they tied the knot in a lavish ceremony in 2011. Over the years, they welcomed 4 children together and seemed to build a picture-perfect family. Behind closed doors, however, cracks were beginning to show. In her candid interview, Kim reflected on how their marriage had shifted from one of passion and excitement to something far more unsettling. The security she once felt in Kroy's arms began to fade as she noticed changes in his behavior that made her question everything. "It was like waking up one day and realizing I was living with a stranger," Kim said. "Except now, the stranger was the man I married, the father of my children." Kim described how the tension between them had escalated over time, becoming unbearable. We used to have these beautiful, deep conversations, you know. He was my best friend, and I trusted him with everything. But somewhere along the way, the connection faded, and it became more about control. It started with little things, him questioning what I was doing all the time, who I was talking to, and even how I spent my days. I didn't notice how bad it had gotten until I realized that I felt safer opening up to complete strangers than I did to him. What makes Kim's confession even more heartbreaking is that she now finds comfort in people she barely knows. The walls of her luxurious mansion, once a symbol of their dream life together, now feel like a cage where she's constantly on edge. "It's strange," she said. "I can go out, talk to a stranger at a coffee shop, and feel more relaxed than I do when I'm sitting on my own couch with my husband next to me." The reality star admitted that things had become increasingly volatile, with arguments erupting over the smallest disagreements. "It's like we can't even talk to each other without it turning into a fight," Kim revealed. "There's no respect anymore. He talks down to me like I don't know what I'm doing. It's exhausting, and I'm constantly on edge. It's not the life I signed up for." Kim's friends, including some of her former Real Housewives castmates, have expressed concern for her well-being. "She's always been such a strong woman, but we've all noticed a change in her," one close friend shared. "She's not the same Kim. She seems withdrawn, and there's a sadness in her eyes that wasn't there before. We just want her to be safe and happy." For Kim, the feeling of safety is now tied to distance. Distance from the man she once believed would protect her forever. "I've thought about leaving so many times," she admitted. "But it's hard when you have kids involved. You don't want to break up the family, and you keep telling yourself things will get better. But then the next day comes, and it's the same thing all over again. And the fear, the tension, it just builds." Kim's vulnerability in speaking out about her feelings has sparked a conversation about emotional safety in relationships. "It's not always about physical harm," she explained, "but the constant emotional strain of feeling like you're walking on eggshells. I know Croy loves me, but I don't think he understands the effect his behavior has had on me. I'm not the same person I was when we first got together. I'm more guarded, more anxious, and I'm constantly second-guessing myself. That's not how I want to live." The couple's financial struggles in recent years have only added to the tension. From reports of their home being in foreclosure to mounting debt, the pressures of their financial situation have weighed heavily on their marriage. Kim acknowledged that money issues have played a significant role in their problems. "When you're constantly worrying about losing your home, it affects everything. We're both stressed all the time, and it's hard to keep that from seeping into the relationship." Despite the turmoil, Kim hasn't given up on finding peace, whether that means repairing her marriage or walking away for good. "I still love him," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "But I love myself too, and I need to figure out what's best for me and my kids. I don't want them growing up thinking that this is what a healthy relationship looks like. They deserve better, and so do I." Kim's confession has opened the door for a conversation that many women in difficult relationships might find relatable. The idea of feeling safer with strangers than with a partner is a chilling realization, one that speaks to the deep emotional disconnect that can occur in even the closest of relationships. As Kim continues to navigate this challenging chapter of her life, one thing is clear. Her priority is finding a space where she feels safe, both physically and emotionally. Whether that space includes Croy or not remains to be seen. "I'm still figuring things out," she admitted. "But what I do know is that I'm done living in fear. I want to feel safe again, and if that means making some hard decisions, then that's what I'll have to do." Kim Zolciak's journey from reality TV queen to a woman grappling with the harsh realities of an unraveling marriage is a testament to the strength it takes to confront emotional challenges head-on. As she faces an uncertain future, she's determined to reclaim her sense of security, whether it's with Croy by her side or on her own terms.